Hi there, Dr. Gary here on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. We are dental practice brokers. I was a dentist for 25 years and now I've been a dental practice broker for 14 years. So today's topic is 4 days before closing, bank suddenly says we can't close on Friday. Emergency action needed right now. I'll talk about this. Before we do, as you know, we have 10 employees. We're in 22 states. We've been doing this for 14 years now. And here to serve you. Now, we're available to you from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. every day, East Coast time, 363 days a year. Okay? So if you need us, we're going to be available to you. We take off Christmas and Easter. That's it. So let's get into, and also everything you're about to hear is all for entertainment purposes. It's not legal advice. So if you're thinking about selling to a dental, and our number is 201-663-0935, dentalpracticeguide.com, nationwide dentalpracticebrokers.com. Just call us, even if you just want to talk, need advice. So if you're thinking about selling to one of the big corporate conglomerates, call us. We know who they are, what the big ones are, the small ones are, who's having trouble, who's not having trouble, who you have to be careful of. They almost all of them pay our commission. So generally, there is no commission to you as a seller. The DSO will pay our commission. Secondly, we have the opportunity that we could pay your legal fees. In other words, we reimburse your legal fees upon successful closing. And I'm sorry, a little distracted. There's a woman and I see this guy walking with their kids trying to beg for money. That's kind of sad. Crazy. Oh boy. But there's also a lot of work opportunities out there. So who knows what this is really like. But anyway, so you'll get your legal fees reimbursed upon successful closing. Okay? Please remember that. Now, based on some small criteria. So this is what happens today. This just happened an hour ago, not even 45 minutes ago. The attorney writes me a note. We just got word from the bank. This is Monday afternoon now. We're supposed to close on Friday. We just got word from the bank the title won't be ready. This is a combination deal, real estate and dental office. All right, so there's a lot of moving parts here. You got anxiety on the buyer, anxiety on the seller. A lot of planning went into this. We were supposed to close Friday, which was already delayed. And now they're trying to delay us again. I'm like, on one word. When that happens, you say one word. Unacceptable. And this is where we are as brokers. We are used to this chaos. So immediately, what we do, I'm on the phone with the bank, the buyer's attorney, the seller's attorney, the buyer, the seller. And I use one word, unacceptable. Because this was planned 3 weeks ago for the closing date. Don't tell me as the bank, oh, sorry, title not ready yet. Bull. Don't accept that. Don't even think you should accept that. But I let my guard down a little bit because the newer attorney I'm working with is not one of my players. And I figured the attorney had everything under control. My mistake, I let my guard down. I'm like, unacceptable, not happening. Got right on the email with the attorney. This is not acceptable. We said we're closing. I spoken to the buyer, unacceptable. To the seller, unacceptable. And I spoke to the seller's attorney. As the broker, we're in the middle of all this and we could talk to everybody. Bank, buyer, seller, buyer's attorney, seller's attorney. And the bank attorney. Just get right on their case, tell them one word, unacceptable. That's it. That doesn't leave a lot of margin of error when you use that word. Unacceptable. So I told the buyer, you get on the phone with that bank right now, you're the customer, and you tell them it's already been delayed once, we are not letting another delay go. It will not happen. I got on the wire with the buyer's attorney and said one word: this is unacceptable, get on the phone with the bank. And the same thing with the seller's attorney. Seller was pissed, the buyer was pissed. Seller's attorney let down, buyer's attorney let down. You don't let some friggin' banker who probably doesn't want to close on Friday because he's going on vacation maybe on Thursday. It's like, don't give me that bull. There's other people in your office that can close in case you are arranging golf balls, waiting for your golf game on Thursday because you don't feel like closing on Thursday because you're going on some vacation or something or playing golf. I don't care what you're doing. You told us that was the day we're closing. You get it together with the title company. You're a large bank. I don't like this bank, by the way. I don't send them much business. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you which bank it is. You call me privately, I'll let you know. It's like, no. I got to pull all these things together. Set up the buyer's attorney, set up the seller's attorney, put the deal together between the buyer and the seller, coordinate the attorneys. I didn't want the buyer using this bank, but what am I going to do? They didn't listen to me. You've got to have banks that can go to closing. No last minute nonsense. You don't know 4 days before closing, suddenly a title's not ready. Bull. That title should have been ready last week. And all you're doing this week is closing up some loose ends. So you say to them, unacceptable. And as a broker, we can talk to everybody. Buyers, seller, buyer's attorney, seller's attorney. You try to close these deals yourself, and the only one you have to rely on is your attorney. And I don't even know if you're going to choose the right attorney. You're probably not going to choose a dental attorney. You're probably choose somebody you know, family friend, which is fine. If you have a family friend, let them ghost the deal. Well, you don't stand for this stuff. That's where your broker comes in. So what do you think happens? An hour, 45 minutes later, suddenly, hello, the bank says they can close. Yeah, of course they can close. Oh, thank you very much. You're very kind. They understood the word unacceptable. And as a broker, we can push certain buttons. We know the attorneys, we know the banks. The bank needs my business. And I tell them, look, that's unacceptable. You can't push this off. And why I say that? Because I'm crazy when it comes to closing dates. I don't want to close a day later because anything can happen. Anything at any time. Buyer gets disabled. Seller could pass away. Some crisis could happen. Could be a fire in the building. I don't know what's going to happen. You could have some of the staff quit last minute. That's another reason I don't tell staff that we're selling the practice, because you don't know until 5 minutes later that the practice actually sold. So that's what it is. Call coming in. Gotta run, team. Great talking to you. Bye.